Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another of my bonus plan with me's, and this time I'm in my monthly planner, so this has the smaller coil, and I'm going to be pre-planning the month of March 2020, but I'm gonna make it 2021 because I don't want to change dates and stuff. So I'm using a Plannerface kit. I do have the Monday Start strip add-on. This is in premium matte, the rest of the kit is in regular matte. And I'm going to pre-plan what happened last year, but knowing what actually happened, because obviously in March 2020 the world locked down, or the UK locked down, so ranges and stuff after a certain date was cancelled, so we locked down on the 22nd of March, I think it was 23rd of March, that Monday. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and my challenge this week is to only use a brush pen. So I've slightly cheated because this is a week where I'm not going to be writing that much, but still, we're going to go with it. And yeah, I'm going to hand over to voiceover, where I think I'm going to be doing either, I've got a few different, I've got a Trude's, I've got a few different games that I'm going to be playing in these videos for the next few weeks anyway, so I'm going to play one of those and get this spread down. Okay, so whilst I'm doing the planning, I'm going to answer some of the truths I got on Instagram. I put out some suggestions for a would you rather, never have I ever, and some truths, and I only got a few truths, so I'm going to do that in this video, and then the others will be in another video. So, the first one was, have we had the time to start thinking about the wedding yet? No, we vaguely have talked about it, in that we want to get married before the end of 2022, so in the next 2 years we want to get married, but further than that we haven't. We're probably going to start thinking about it seriously this week, which is Christmas week, so it's a week before you're seeing this video. We'll probably start seriously thinking about it because we want to start budgeting, so we need to set a budget. We need to we want to start saving for it, and to set a budget we need to know sort of how big we're going, because I think we'll either go really quite small and only have 20 to 30 people, or probably quite big and have 150, so we'll see. Obviously my fiance is Asian, well, not obviously, my fiance is Asian, and Asian weddings are typically huge, but we don't want to go huge. Our biggest would probably be 150-ish, but we'll see. The next one is, I wish I could sometimes forget about a schedule and just swing it? Yes and no. I work really well with routines. Routines do me a lot of good. I know my mental health is better. I know I'm more on it. I'm more on my game. I'm more engaged. I'm more happy. I'm more excited about things when I have a schedule and I know what's going on. Which is what the quote at the front of my planners is: I enjoy spontaneity, providing it's carefully planned. It's 100% me. I love to be spontaneous, but I need to know I'm gonna be being spontaneous. Do you know what I mean? I need to have it in my schedule and have it in my mind that is time to do something random. Do you know? I do sometimes wish I could forget about it though, because I put a lot of pressure on myself to keep to schedules and keep to things that are really only I've put them out there into the world, so you guys are sort of holding me accountable, but the only person I'm really accountable to is myself, and the only person making me do them is myself. I would say I'm a great employee, and I'm not a terrible boss, but I'd probably say I'm a great employee and a terrible boss of Tilly Journals, because I don't make myself take breaks and things like that. But yeah, the next one was, do I ever wish I'd chosen a different profession? No. I love my job. It's incredibly stressful. You pay a lot of money to be a doctor. Yeah, we get paid well, but we also pay a lot of money to be doctors. So I'm booking an exam to take in May, and it is £420, and that's just one of 3 exams that I have to sit in the next 3 years. So it's freaking expensive. We pay the GMC starting at 50 quid up to 500 quid a year to regulate us, and just stuff like that. So it's expensive. It's incredibly hard work. And you've constantly got to be doing things outside of work that you're not being paid for, on your portfolio and stuff like that. And it's emotionally taxing. I don't want to talk about how emotionally taxing it is because it's probably quite triggering for quite a lot of people, but it's incredibly emotionally taxing a lot of the time, particularly this time of year when people are getting rubbish diagnoses around Christmas and stuff like that. But I absolutely love my job and I wouldn't want to do anything else. The only other thing I'd ever, there's only really 2 other jobs I've ever considered doing. And one is acting, and I need too much job security for that. I would love to act full time, but I don't have the balls or the confidence to do something like that because I need job security, and being a doctor does have quite good job security. It's one of the many bonuses of it. And the only other thing I've ever considered doing is the shop, and I would never want to do that full time because, as I said, I'm a great employee but a terrible boss, and I'd burn myself out. And whilst I kind of burn myself out anyway, I also have discovered, through trying different specialties at work, that I need social interaction. I need to be in a job where I'm part of a team, and I get really lonely and really down if I don't speak to anybody all day, or I don't only speak to patients all day. It's one of the things I learned from being on GP. I need a sociable profession, sociable specialty. So that's that question. Then somebody also sent one of their entries, and I'm going to share it because it's brilliant, and I think that's what they're expecting me to do. So I'm pretty sure they're happy for me to share it, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. So I'm just going to quote it. I once drank too many shots on New Year's Eve and went to work on a 1 hour of sleep and threw up in the drive-through booth. I definitely relate to this, although I don't have anything similar to that. I've definitely done all of the bits of that. I have definitely got up, thrown up, and then gone back to bed lots of times after drinking too much. I don't really drink anymore, so this is back at uni really, but yeah, I relate. Somebody else also told me a truth, but I don't want to share it because I don't think they would want me to share it, so I'm just going to leave that there. And then the last question I got was, what's your guilty pleasure? And they said theirs is really trashy reality TV. I don't, probably okay, yeah. I really enjoyed Love Island, and it's just 100% not my sort of programme, and I 100% judged people for watching it. And then I was basically on surgery, and it was all anybody talked about all day at work. And so I started watching it so I could, contribute to the conversation, because I was just blank and not really speaking to anyone, and it was getting me a bit frustrated because it was all anybody was talking about. And I kind of became slightly addicted and watched several back series. I think I just love love. I love happy endings and stuff like that, and relationships. So I really enjoyed it, and I hate that I really enjoyed it. Then my other guilty pleasures aren't really guilty pleasures. They're things like Disney music and Disney films and musicals, but they're not really guilty pleasures. I have no guilt in sharing them. The only thing I have guilt in, and I'm cringing at myself telling you that I've watched Love Island and loved it, because it's 100% not the sort of thing I'd normally watch. I don't care about beauty or makeup or particularly being attractive or it's so not my sort of thing, and I hate it on so many, I hate that I love it, the sort of thing. Oh yeah, okay. Moving on. That is all of the questions I got, so let's just run through the things I popped down on the spread. And as I said, I did plan this having known what happened in March. So the first I marked it was a payday, and I also marked going to Rangers, and I put in a bill due. On the second, I put in guides. These were actually the second or the third. Some of the dates are wrong and some of them are right. I've put things on the right date, if you see what I mean. So that's what I put on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, I didn't mark anything. Thursday was a day off. I actually think I had that whole week off work, but I didn't have enough day off flags to mark it in because I marked the day off when we were away for my brother's wedding. On the Friday, I marked in choir, and that was the last time I met with choir. Because, choir cannot run anymore, and it's so sad. We were meant to, on the 26th we were meant to have another practice, and on the 28th we were meant to perform, and it's just so sad looking back at this now. Ugh. We also got our job offers, so that's when I got my first job offer. I actually got upgraded on the 18th of this month to the current job I'm actually working. So the way our jobs work, that's just the way our jobs work. I don't really know how to, explain that. It's a weird system how we apply. I think I explained it back in March when I was going through it. On the next week, on the Monday, I marked Rangers, and the Tuesday, I marked Guides again. It was also International Women's Day on the 8th of March, so I put that in. On the 12th, I marked in a safe space training. Which was ironic, really. I did the safe space training, and then like 3 days later, we weren't allowed to do in-person guiding anymore. On the Friday, it was my brother's birthday, but it's a Saturday in this planner, but those are I put these things on the right date, so these things happened on the 13th, but the 13th was the Friday last year. So we got our interview feedback for our jobs. We've got the hold deadline, so with our job offers, what you can do is you can choose to hold it, because you might get offers from different specialties, so you could hold them. So it was the hold deadline for that, and we got our interview feedback, and it was my brother's birthday, and that was that week. On to the next week, we had our last ever Rangers meeting on the Monday, which was the 15th. It was actually the 14th, I think. 16th. Anyway, that day. And near the end of the meeting, we got a message saying, with immediate effect, in-person girl guiding must be suspended. And we were like, well, we got to send you all home then, jokingly. We kept them till the end of the meeting, and then, it was emotional saying bye-bye, knowing we weren't sure when we were going to see them again, and who knew it would be this long. On the 17th, I marked in St. Patrick's Day. On the 18th, I marked going off to Norfolk for my brother's wedding. I marked in a bill due, and I marked in a day off. So obviously I wasn't at work that day. Then on the Friday the 19th, that's the marking in a day off. It was also my brother and his fiance, now wife's wedding. So there's that. And it was a really small wedding, which is why it could still go ahead. Sorry, I was trying to remember what I was trying to say. That's why it could still go ahead. So that's fine. Because literally there were 18 people, including them. And from the 20th, weddings were banned, so that was a bit awkward. The 20th was the upgrade deadline for jobs. So I marked that in. I also marked in International Day of Happiness and Spring Beginning. That's there. On the last week, I marked Lockdown Beginning, which obviously I couldn't have pre-planned before it happened, but that's when it happened. The UK went into lockdown on that day. On the Tuesday, I marked in a bill due, and on the Wednesday, the 24th, I marked in my grand's birthday, and the 26th, I marked in payday, and that is all I could pre-plan, because after the 22nd, there was nothing to pre-plan because lockdown. So yeah, that's it for this spread, really. I'll pass back to Tilly with the finished spread. Okay, so that's the finished spread. That was so quick and easy. I've never done a monthly like this before, where I've not put in my work shifts and I've just stuck stickers down. It was really, really easy, really simple. I don't love some of my handwriting, particularly here. But, I mean, that's what's going to happen when you write everything in a brush pen. It's not going to be perfect because it's such a small space. In the kit, we've got the Sunday start strips, we've got some flags left, we've got the functional sidebars, some boxes, a couple more day cover-ups, some washi strips, some more bill dues. I would definitely use all of these now. And some icons and stuff there. So that will go into my leftovers pile. And that is the finished spread. That was so quick and easy. I love it as well. I think it's gorgeous. Yeah. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the game that I chatted through, and let me know what some of your answers down below. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on Friday, where it will be New Year's with my haul for December. Thank you for watching. Bye.